Well, by hook or by crook, I'm on day 60 of running 5K a day for 60 days. And you might say to yourself, boy, I bet you're excited. I bet that puts a little bit of extra pep in your step. No pep. My steps are pepless. I am 100% pepless because it still sucks. And even though it's the last one, this one is just like every other day of the 59 days prior, and I don't want to do it. Mother Nature decided this week, was like, whoa, you're going to finish this. Let's get crazy. So today it's like 35, but again, no sun, lots of wind, and still just a little bit wet. It was actually snowing just a little while ago. So I'm going to go out with a freezing bang. But I mean, I could talk all day to try to avoid having to do this, but then it never ends. So let's run day 60. All right, so maybe I had a little bit more pep in my step than I thought, and more spit. Whew, I wear this gaiter on these cold days, which protects my face from that wind. But man, I create spit like the Dickens. So my time, hold on a second. First off, I said on a lot of these videos in the past that sometimes I don't know how my run's gonna go until I actually start running, that I'll feel a certain way before that, but those first couple of steps sometimes will tell me how the run's actually gonna go despite how I feel. And then how I feel catches up to that. Then I start going like, oh, I'm actually gonna do good. So right out the gate, let me show you where I'm walking here. Right out the gate today, my legs were moving good. My feet felt good. I don't know if they were excited and was just like, let's get this over with. I don't know what it was, but it felt really good. It's quite windy. I don't know if you can hear the wind. My time was 9:03, so I shaved off about a minute and a half from yesterday's time. Actually, pretty much every you hear that wind? Every day this week, I think I was over 10. So I definitely picked it up a little bit, sort of despite the weather. And that's a wrap. 60 days straight. That's the end of this particular challenge. David Goggins says, nothing's really ever over. And so, although this chapter is done, it's going to be whatever's next. I'm eyeballing a few different challenges, maybe a no sugar for 30 days. I'm also kind of thinking that I want to try to beat my single mile run time, which I think was 6:41. That was a couple years ago whenever I was a little younger. So I'm thinking about trying to train for that and see if I can get under 6:30. I don't know what I'm going to do quite yet. I'm going to take about a week off, let my legs heal up and maybe forgive me for what I've done. And that's it. I'm going to do a recap video probably in about a week just to give my final thoughts, sort of sum up kind of how the whole thing went. I certainly appreciate everybody that watched. I did have several people reach out and just kind of mention like, hey, watching, you're an idiot. They said stuff like that to me. Not with those exact words, but it was in their tone of like, you're doing great. I know what you guys were trying to say. You said, why are you doing this to yourself? I kid. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me these 60 days. If a ding dong like me can get out there and do this for 60 days or do something difficult like this, then you can certainly find something yourself to do too. I said very early on that I don't run for fun. I run to be done. And that's exactly what I was doing. I was eyeballing day 60 since day one. So thanks again so much for hanging out with me these 60 days. I'll drop a recap in about a week. Until then, dunzo, no more running. Running is dumb.